What's going on there, YouTube? This is Weaver of Chaos here, and it's has been a big request lately. How to make a latex cane mask. Now, you could learn how to make it from other latex tutorials, but I'm going to show you how right now. Alright, so as you can see, I got a sculpture going of Kane's current mask. Alright. And first thing you're going to do is you need clay. That's what you need. I'm using, I don't even know what the hell I'm using. I don't know. Clay. It doesn't dry. I'm just going to say that, okay? It doesn't dry, but you're going to need clay. That you could probably go to Hobby Lobby and get it for like $3. You're going to need two things of it. That's the first thing. A mannequin head, probably be the best. And I put a plastic bag over the mannequin head because when I put the plaster on, I don't want to ruin the head. So first you're going to flatten out the clay. That's the first step you're going to do. And once you flatten it out, you're going to get your template. This was actually supposed to be a leather, but then I found out it was made from latex, so I just turned it to my template. If your template looks something like this, you're doing fine. And then you just mold it. What you can either do one of two things. The first thing you can actually do is there's actually three things you can do. The first thing you can do is get a block of clay and then you know, make a sculpture of it. This eye looks a little too right. I don't fuck over this too down. But anyways, you can either get a block of clay and make a sculpture from it. That's a popular way that people do. Or B, you could just throw the flat slab of clay and mold it, you know, just press it to it and cut it there. Or C, you could do how I did it. Grab the template, cut it there, throw it on the mannequin. Well, first I threw it on my face just to kind of get a general idea of how big it should be, because my head's probably about average, so yeah. Alright, so that's it. And then throw it on there. Right here, I just basically use my fingers, just one like that. Smooth it out. And then I can just grab a pen, you know, just one like that. Gave it some cracks like that. I put a little pinch right there. I don't know if you can tell on the camera. Pinch right there. Made a little lumpy. Little cracks, just like the real one. Make sure right here looks kind of flat. And right here looks folded. Because you don't need a real thick mask to make it look thick. Make sure right there looks folded. And right here looks flat. A little bumpy. But yeah, that's how we do it. So the first step is to make the clay mold. Okay, so the next step is I have oil. Vegetable oil. I'm using vegetable oil. You can use soap if you want. Any oil-based product will work. This is so that when you put the plaster on, the plaster can just come right off. You don't want any part of the clay to stick onto the plaster. Like I said, I'm using vegetable oil. And also one thing I do like about vegetable oil is it's really watery. And you can also use it to kind of thin the, or not thin, smooth out the clay so the mask would look neat. You can tell that it's all done when it's nice and shiny. When the whole mask, every part of it is shiny. You must get every part. There is no other way around it. You can take a risk and not put oil on it, I wouldn't recommend it. I'm sure there's other ways. There's so much other ways to do this, but this is how I'm doing it. Take the time and actually do it. I feel like I need another crease like right here. Just gonna do one more right here. May not, just a light one. Oh shit, that wasn't supposed to happen. See, so you don't want too much because you don't want to, you know, fill in the cracks, but you want to make sure you get in there, get it good. All right, see, it's nice and shiny. It's exactly how it's supposed to be. It's working out perfectly so far, and I will not mess with it. Alright, so now what I'm doing is I'm actually stirring plaster. Whoops, don't want to make a mess. Take your time. Alright, so you're going to stir it. You can use your hand. I prefer my hand, but I don't want to get too much things dirty. But stir it well, thoroughly. This is about a pound of powdered plaster mixed with 11 ounces of water. I'm using this one type of plaster that I found at the craft store. You can probably find. You can also find it at a hardware store. Make sure you stir it well. There we go. It got a lot easier to stir. You want to be kind of quick with this because it does dry real fast, especially if you have any dishes. I'm mixing it in a pot, which I say is a big no-no. But you're going to mix it well. Make sure there's no clumps. And make sure you don't add too much water, because if you add too much water, it's going to be disastrous. Or, not disastrous, but it'll be too watery, which is going to be hard to mold. Or not mold, put it on. It looks like ice cream. But, alright, so you get the sides, every part. And once it's all nice and thin, then you should be good, and then you'll start to cover it. And we're going to put multiple layers of it. We're going to make this plaster real thick, because if you don't make it thick, you know what's going to happen? The plaster is going to break. You're going to cover the whole head. I am going to do the first layer off camera, just to show you, just to give you an idea. I'm just going to cover it off camera, and I'll come back to you. Alright YouTube, I made a boo-boo, okay? I forgot to tell you. You have, and it's very crucial, you have to make kind of like a wall border around it, so the plaster would have something to fall on. So you need to do this, alright? There's no way around it. Do it. You're going to be glad. What I did was I just put like plastic bags around it, and I got some cardboard box around it. So yeah, it's a little ghetto, but you know what? Ghetto's good. Ghetto's easy. Most people can do ghetto. As soon as this layer dries, I'm gonna throw another layer, and I'm gonna make it where it falls on here, which is gonna be easier. So when I lift it up, and the thicker it is, the better. That's what I've learned. And I want it to look like a big ball. That's what I want it to look like. So just sit tight. I'm going to show you guys how to do it step by step so you guys could do it right. You know, if you're going to do it, you ought as well do it right. So just, nope, not ready yet. Oh, it's almost ready actually. Alright, it should look similar to this. I know it looks like a mess, but doesn't matter what this outside looks like, as long as the inside's nice and neat. Okay, so we're gonna let it dry for a good 24 hours. You know, because you don't want to like separate the clay from the plaster. I'm sorry I sound a little tired because it's really late. Or when I'm filming, it's really late, so yeah. So just let it dry for 24 hours. Do not be impatient. And then the next step will be peeling the clay and pouring the latex. Okay, so next we're gonna make kind of like a bed for the plaster. You don't have to do this, I just do it just to be safe. You know, so when you put the plaster down, you can just easily remove it and it'll have some cushion so it doesn't break. Now I just moved it over here and we're gonna take the plaster off. Okay, so gently you're gonna take the prosthetic head off and you're gonna take the clay out. You're gonna do it gently. Don't rush it. And this is actually easier because I did put the oil on. So I'm gonna put the camera down because I want to do this with 2 hands. Alright, so I put a little soap on. I'm gonna get the brush. This is so the latex won't stick onto the brush, because latex stick on hair, so if you get it in your hair, good luck with that. Alright, so now we're gonna paint. Crap. Slippery hands. We're gonna paint the latex inside it. You don't want to put too much. I think I accidentally put too much. If you put too much in, it's all going to go into the middle. So constantly stir this up, slush it around. And just keep doing this. If you want to pick it up and move it side to side, you can do that. Whatever works for you. But I'm doing this because I only got one hand. Once I put the camera down, I'm going to slush it around. So, yeah. Look at all parts of it, even up here. And just, yeah, that's all you have to do. And after you're done with this process, you're going to let it dry.